COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
March for Our Lives is a movement born out of gun violence, so naturally it follows that it would focus on that issue.
Amen.
All right, so,
Okay, I want to start off by saying I'm a Christian. I'm an American. I'm conservative and a member of the NRA. So you know where I'm coming from. You know, out there's a sign that says worship God, not guns.
What's your question?
please let him ask his
I have the
question.
floor, lady.
1 minute.
Pastor over there has a good idea. The root cause of this isn't gun violence. It's evil. We don't address that. We let kids go to the school, they run the school, very little discipline. And your school right there, the school, hold on, I
Please let him
know.
ask his question.
Guys,
And your school right there, how many kids picked on that kid? How many bullied him? The question is, what are you doing in your school to make it safer? Because it starts with you, not with us. I can't be there. If I had a gun, I'd blow the guy away. The police officer did nothing. The FBI did
Okay,
nothing.
this isn't a question.
What is your question? Oh, sit down, lady.
okay,
Sit down, lady. I have the floor. You're
1 minute.
Sir, this
1
isn't a
minute.
question. Please be respectful.
Let him speak.
Okay, but we have to ask a respectful question. You're blaming the victims here.
alright, I'm not gonna answer this question like notorious, but although you might not agree with everything everyone says, we are here to have a discussion, a civil discussion.
Thank you.
And we
Good
must respect
question.
each other.
That's right. Very good point. Excellent.
Even if
Thank
they
you.
say something they really don't like, because everyone else has a way to feel.
That is a comment. That's exactly what the penalty.
I think I'll continue this discussion, but we want B in this church in, out of order, so I will completely shut the whole thing down, and we will move on, because we're not gonna do this. So, hopefully, if you have great questions, but if not, I will totally shut this down, and we'll get ready for our day tomorrow. Thank you.
So please, no victim blaming. You can ask your questions, but please don't ask pointed questions blaming the kids. That's all we ask. So next question.
Hi, my name is Joseph. I live in PUNTA, GORDA. Well, I would hope you would give me the same amount of tolerance you just gave her, who spent 3.5 minutes making a statement, to spend 10 seconds asking a question. So let's be tolerant here today, okay? I've been listening, and first of all, I am a Christian. I am a conservative.
Please be quiet. Let him speak.
Yes, please have respect for the speaker. Is that difficult?
Proceed, please.
Thank you. Please be quiet. As I've been sitting here listening, it's not what I've heard that I'm shocked at, but it's what I haven't heard that amazes me. I'm glad you're talking about gun violence, but I haven't heard the fact that the greatest violator of gun violence is our government.
Correct.
You've not said anything about the 1.4 million people that our tax dollars and your hands have blood on them, because your tax dollars have killed 1.4 million people in the Middle East. Furthermore, we have a movement going on in the sporting world today, in the NFL. We have a football player that has sacrificed millions of dollars in a lifelong career to speak out for gun violence that is being committed by our police agencies against a particular group of people. Black people are the victims more than anyone else per capita by police. And yet I haven't heard a single peep out of any of you today regarding this outrageous crime that is being committed by our government. Furthermore,
If I may interrupt, do you have a question?
sometimes when you ask questions, they must be prefaced with facts and comments. Please afford me the same tolerance you gave the last speaker who was on your side.
2 minutes.
You have,
The fact is, I've not heard anything about Hollywood. Week after week, America entertains itself with gun violence as entertainment. Hollywood is the culprit. I haven't heard that topic brought up in this conversation.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Stricter gun control I did hear mentioned today. And this is leading to my question. How's it working out for you? The cities with the strictest gun control, DC, Chicago, Los Angeles, have the highest rate of gun violence and murder in the world.
Amen.
Please answer that question for me.
Wait,
Let them answer, please.
I can tell you exactly why. Illinois has some of the strictest gun laws in this nation. But what about Indiana? Guns are being brought across state lines. Because like our nation is only as strong as its weakest state law. Because if we don't invoke federal laws and only state laws, those people are bringing weapons of mass destruction across state lines. And so that's how all these inner city murders and violence in these communities that you speak of, like DC, Chicago, are happening. Not because of the area that they're happening in, but because of the such loose restrictions around the area.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Speaking to the other points you had, this is an issue about schools. These are the Parkland kids who face death in their schools because of guns. This isn't about cops, and this isn't about war in the Middle East, which are huge.
Is he going to kick you out or you get to stay?
But
Is he going to
that's
kick
not
you
why
out or
we're
do you
here.
get to stay?
No, he's not kicking me out.
So you kick the other guy. You kick the other guy out.
Andy, don't start, okay?
Thoughts on that?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, well, next question.
Good job, man.
I'm from Lee County, and
I'm out of here. By the way, he knows my name.
Lives is we have voter registration events, like our kickoff event in Parkland. We had a big voter registration booth from our friend David Headcount, and and we also had lots of food, free food, games, food trucks. So you know, it was just a fun little way to get teens, young people out motivated to care about their political process. And anytime that teens care about that is when they go out to vote.
Can I take my shirt off? Can I take my shirt off? Inside out?
Engaging people is very important. There are a lot of families here in Charlotte County. So talking to your friends that have kids, high school age kids, teenagers is very important too. One thing to keep in mind for this November is that ballot is going to be very, very long. So the best thing to do is register to vote by mail, so you can bring it home. You can read it as many times as you need to make a decision. So encourage people to vote by mail this time, because if they show up on voting day and there's a huge line out the door, there's a good possibility they may have other plans and bolt out of there, or dip. They may dip out of there. I'm learning those words. So encourage them not only to register to vote, but vote by mail, so they can really read over this crazy ballot that we're going to have in November.
It's just one part. No, I can't. I gotta go.
You're asking like as a teacher or for teachers, but I know she said we need to like text you and remind you. In school we have this thing called Remind 101. Reminding kids is always great, balancing extracurricular activities with our schoolwork and college applications. Just reminding people can always help. That works a lot. Even if like, not like a chain email, we don't send emails anymore, but like screenshotting a text and sending it to someone, screenshotting a snap and sending it to someone, reminding people about that.
You're not going to screw this up, I'm just going to ask a question.
All right, ask a simple question.
Can I ask a simple question? Okay, it's fine. They said I couldn't ask a question. Is there all right if I ask a question?
Absolutely.
She just did it. It's on video, 2 cameras. Okay, so my point is, you brought a great point up. There's a bunch of old people here, including me. I'm 52, believe it or not, I am old. But we grew up in schools that were not gun-free. And we didn't have this problem. We had a lot of people that they would come to school with their hunting rifles in the back of it. So my point is, government and cops caused this stuff. They are the ones that made it gun-free and made people want to go to school and kill people. It's the cops and the government that caused this.
Thank you. That was not a question.
Keep in mind, please don't come up here to make statements. It is your first one, right?
We had a big voter registration booth from our friend David Headcount. And, and we also had lots of food, free food, games, food trucks. So, you know, it was just a fun little way to get teens, young people out and motivated to, you know, care about their political process. Anytime that, you know, teens care about that is when they go out to vote.
Can I take my shirt out? Can I take my shirt off inside out?
Engaging people is very important, and there are a lot of families here in Charlotte County. So talking to your friends that have kids, high school age kids, teenagers is very important too. One thing to keep in mind for this November is that ballot is going to be very, very long. So the best thing to do is register to vote by mail.
So you're going to kick me out. What if I stay and ask a question anyways?
Vote by mail this time, because if they show up on voting day,
you're going to cut the mic off?
There's a good possibility
Are you going to cut the mic off?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you probably go back to it in because your hair is pressed.
Right, that's fine. I don't care.
Not only to register to vote, but vote by mail, so they can really
fine.
know where this crazy ballot that we're going to have in November.
It's just one question. No, I can't. I gotta go. I have to go.
But I know she said you need to like text you and remind you. In school we have this thing called Remind 101. Reminding kids is always great, you know, balancing extracurricular activities, schoolwork and college applications. Just to remind people can always help. That works a lot.
And I don't want to have security to ask you to leave. That's why I came up here myself. Because I'm not letting any other person ask questions. So,
screenshotting a snap and sending it to someone. Reminding people about
What's that?
you're not going to screw this up.
I'm just going to ask a question.
All right, ask a simple question.
Can I ask a simple question?
Okay, it's fine.
They said I couldn't ask a question. Is it all right if I ask a question? She just did it. It's on video, 2 cameras. Okay, so my point is, you brought a great point up. There's a bunch of old people here, including me. I'm 52, believe it or not, I am old. But we grew up in schools that were not gun-free. And we didn't have this problem. We had a lot of people that they would come to school with their hunting rifles in the back of the... So my point is, government and cops caused this stuff. They are the ones that made it gun-free and made people want to go to school and kill people. It's the cops and the government that caused this.
Thank you.
Yes,
Question.
Keep in mind, please don't come up here to make statements. It is your first amendment right, but we ask that you actually ask a question.
Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.